Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I've decided to dig deep and find some neon colors in my collection to create today's set. So starting off, I am showing you guys the gel polishes that I'll be using today. So first off, we've got some white. Of course, we've got our neon colors, two of which are from Semilac. We've got a yellow and a neon orange from Semilac. And as you can see, these are super neon colors. I believe I haven't actually ever used those before. I don't even think I've got them swatched, which is probably something I need to go ahead and do, which is probably why I've never used them, because I always look at my swatch sticks. So if there's no gel polishes on there, then I am probably not going to reach for that gel polish until I maybe randomly come across it in my drawers or something. And then here is a pink I'll be using from RS Nails. And okay, so now it's time to crack on with the nail design. Starting off, I'll be doing 3 nails with white, and one of the nails is going to also be an ombre nail, and one of them is going to be a marble nail. So we'll be trying to marble those neon colors, and I have to say that marble nail it just looks so fiery. The colors, there's just a lot of that pink and orange, and it just made the nail look so fiery. I think it looks so cool. So yeah, so like I said, 3 nails will be white. We also will be doing some foils and some hand-painted flowers. We've got ombre, we've got sugar nails, we've got a marble. There's quite a lot of different techniques and ideas used in today's set. So now I'm going to crack on with the marble nails. So with the marble technique, what I'll be doing is doing a line of each color on my plate right next to each other, and then with a dotting tool I'm going to mix them into one another, and then using an ombre brush. The ombre brush I'll be using is from Madame Glam, I believe, and I'm just going to be scooping it up and then floating it onto the nail, and it will just automatically create this gorgeous ombre. I did do it on a bare nail, but you can also apply some base coat and then float on top of the base coat before curing. Or you can also apply some blooming gel, and before curing that, also float the gel polish on there. It's kind of just whatever you want to. You do have to be fairly careful with this technique because you do end up making the nail quite bulky. So do try and use as little product as possible, maybe, especially when you're trying to do a base of blooming gel or base coat, because that's just going to add more and more layers to your nail. So here I'm just going to start scooping it up, applying it. I also like this technique because you're able to just kind of put the colors where you want them. So if there's any area that I feel like I want more pink or I want more yellow or orange, I can literally just scoop up some of that color and place it right where I want it, which is super nice. Super nice. So once I'll be happy, I will pop that one into the lamp. And with Semilac gel polishes, I find quite often that they kind of create these like bubbles, and I'm not sure why. No matter what I do with them, whether I'm just normally just covering up a nail with gel polish, whether I'm doing marble with the polish, whether I'm doing absolutely anything with that polish, it creates bubbles. Not all of them, but a fair chunk of them that I have created bubbles. So you find me just now, I think, just trying to pop those bubbles, trying to just get those bubbles out, because I will be matte top coating. This set is fully matted, so I wanted to make sure that you're gonna be able to see. I feel like if I maybe glossy top coated it, you can't see as much, but I will be matte top coating. Here I have absolutely no idea what happened with that white. That was so weird. I'm not sure what happened. So I fixed that up, I put it into the lamp, and I also did another layer of the white. So everything is now cured. So now it's time for our ombre nail. So here's my little sponge. I'm just going to apply another layer of all those colors, and you'll notice that I decided to redo that ombre nail. So you're going to see me apply the first layer of ombre, and then very quickly, the way it looked, I was like, oh no, these colors are super bright. I need them to be as neon as possible. And now as I dab it, it just starts to fade, and it's such a pale color. And so I was like, nope, that's not happening. I decided to take it off with a lint-free wipe and a nail cleaner, and I decided to place just one quick layer of white underneath before doing an ombre, which you see that once I applied the white, it got cured, and then I did essentially the first layer of ombre on that nail. Those colors instantly popped. Like it was like magic. So that's one of those things that I've also noticed with this sponge method, that sometimes I do colors and it takes so many layers to create this beautiful ombre. I need like the colors to be so lively and rich, And so I've now started to sometimes, if I remember, sometimes I'm forgetful, I like to place a white layer first down. That way I can basically use less layers to create an ombre, which is quite nice. So now we'll apply the ombre, and the colours are just so much more vibrant, and you can really see the colours here. So with my normal technique, I'm just using my brush, my sponge, I'm dabbing it on, and then I'm going to sprinkle some clear acrylic all over the nail before popping it into the lamp. So once the acrylic has been sprinkled, it's going to get popped into the lamp, and I believe I only done the sponge method on that nail maybe 3 times maximum. And I had a beautiful nail. And before, if I wanted to get this color to be super opaque, it would have had to take me about 7 times. Of course, luckily with the sponge method, the nail doesn't get so bulky, which is quite nice. But of course, you know, we want to save our time, and doing it this way has definitely saved me time. I only had to do 3 layers, which is amazing. And this nail is going to be the nail I decided to sugar. So I don't think I've ever done a 3-way ombre that's also sugared on my channel. I could be wrong. I don't usually do 3-way ombres anyways. So now here I'm applying a top coat, a glossy top coat, and on that top coat we'll be sugaring the nails. So just sprinkling on some of my glitter, my all-time favorite glitter. So I'm just going to sprinkle all over it, and then what happens is basically the top coat acts like a glue to the glitter, so when you pop it into the lamp it will just cure in there and not move one bit, which is amazing. So once that nail is done, we'll be able to matte top coat some of those nails that have been left behind, and also we'll be able to work on our foil nails. I have these gorgeous rainbow flowers that I thought would suit so nicely with this set. I kind of felt like the initial inspiration, you could say, behind this set was initially that 3-way ombre. I haven't done one, or maybe in a while, or just never on my channel, and I felt like I really wanted to do one. I've never done like a full-on neon set either, I don't think, anyway. So yeah, and then when I looked through my files and I saw that I have some very colourful flowers, I felt like they were literally going to be perfect for this set. So here I'm using some matte top coat, and I'm applying the matte top coat on that middle white nail and also on that marbled nail. So we've now essentially got 2 nails that are pretty much done. The one marble and one ombre nail are now done, and then 2 of those white nails are going to have some transfer foil gel. So the one I'm using is from Macart, and what I like to do with the transfer foil gel is once it gets cured, I cure mine for 60 seconds, and then once it's cured I like to leave it for a little while for it to just kind of cool down from the lamp, all nice and cold, and then I start working with my foil, which just makes my life so much easier. It transfers like a dream. So if you're having issues with transferring, try that technique. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, but it's worth a try, I'm sure. So once I'm happy, I shall pop it into the lamp. There we go. So we've got 2 matte nails and 2 a bit, I don't know, yellowy nails from that transfer foil gel, but once we transfer our flowers you won't be able to tell. So here is the foil I decided to use. How gorgeous is it? It's literally like an ombre, like I don't know, colourful. I don't know. As soon as I looked at it, I think it was gorgeous. And here I thought I was gonna just wing it and just place it down, but I felt like those flowers were too far away from each other. I wanted the nail to be a bit more concentrated with flowers, so I went ahead and took some scissors and I chopped up some of those flowers, and I'm just gonna individually place them onto the nail, which you shall see in just a moment. So I tried to take the biggest flower on that foil sheet, I guess, and place it right at the top. So when we transfer those foils over, I decided to kind of flip them a bit so that both of those white nails are not the same. So I'll be using the same flowers, but I'll be placing them in different positions, or at least different angles or something, so they don't look identical, if that makes sense. So as you can see, I personally use my fingers to transfer them, so I just press it down. I lift a bit if I see that there's a bit I didn't transfer, I place it back down, press it again, and repeat that process. So there's our 2 flowers transferred, and they had this one little cute little baby flower, and I just had to incorporate it into the nail. So there's that little baby flower right there, and a little rub, and then take it off, and there's your little flowers. So we've got 1 nail done, 1 more nail to transfer, and then once the 2 nails are transferred, those are done. So the biggest work, I want to say, will be that middle nail, because we do have to hand paint some flowers. And with those hand painted flowers, I find it quite funny because I've been avoiding those kind of flowers for, I don't know, since I pretty much started doing nails. I once tried, because, you know, they looked quite easy. I once tried them. For some reason, it just, I don't know what I was doing wrong at the time. It just didn't work. And I gave it another go, and it came out quite nice, which is amazing. So hopefully, if you guys are also struggling, maybe today's video might help you out a little bit with those hand drawn flowers, I guess. The technique's quite easy, but I just don't know. Back when I was trying them, I was still doing the technique I'm doing in today's video, and I just could not do it. I don't know. I cannot tell you what went wrong there. I don't know. Maybe my hand was a bit too shaky. Maybe I was a bit too strong-handed on the nail brush or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, so now we've got 2 nails done, and it's time for our middle nails. So like I said, that one's already top coated. So what I'm going to do is place 3 of those colours onto my plate. And we're going to do a flower for each colour on the nails. So starting off, I'm going to do that pink nail at the top of the nail. And I'm using a dotting tool. And I'm going to place 5 dots, creating like a circle. And then using a nice thin nail art brush, essentially you're just going to try and connect those little dots to the centre of that flower, I guess. And that's kind of it. I don't know how else to describe it. You see how I'm doing it in just a second, so I'll probably let you guys just watch it and I'll come back to you guys when I'm done with those flowers. But after doing each flower, I am going ahead and sugaring it. So I'll do one flower, I sugar it, I will do another one and I'll sugar it, and in between sugaring I am curing, if that makes sense. So I'll do one flower, sugar, cure, do another flower, sugar, cure. I just was not trusting myself that I wasn't going to knock it somehow, so I decided to do it that way. You can flash cure it, so you don't have to keep it in there for 30 to 60 seconds, whichever one you're doing. That's with LED, I'm not sure with UV lamps. So yeah, so I'll let you guys watch this, and then I'll be back with you guys at the end with that nail. Alright, so we've got all of our flowers. As you can see, we've done 4 flowers. And now it's time for our crystals. And I think I messed up a little bit here because it felt very weird to be putting that rhinestone glue gel in the middle of that flower where there's just a bunch of glitter. So maybe in the next time, if you end up recreating, maybe try and place the crystal down first and then the dots around the crystal and then connect the dots to the crystal. Maybe I'm not sure what would have been the better idea, but it just felt so weird to be placing crystals on top of glitter. It just felt like the crystal was just floating. It just I don't know, I just would not recommend. But if you do know how to avoid it, let me know in the comments. I feel like it would have been quite difficult to place a crystal down, then the 5 dots around it and then try to connect it. I feel like I personally would have just got it all wrong and put the gel polish all over the crystal. But once I'm happy, I'm going to pop it into the lamp, and here are our final results. But before then, we are going to matte top coat the flower nails. So I feel like the set would look quite nice if those 2 nails were to be glossy. It would have been a nice little incorporation of glossy and matte top coat into one nail set. However, I decided to just matte top coat all of it. I love matte top coating some foil. I think it looks so cool. So that's what I decided to do, just on theme with the rest of the nails. And then once I'm happy, we'll be able to pop that one into the lamp, and then you guys will be able to see the final results, which are here. So I hope you guys liked it. If you do end up recreating, please don't forget to tag me. I'd love to see it, and I hopefully will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.